this is Pranav Guha Thakurta from Edu Television, New Delhi. Today, we are sitting with a Fulbright scholar who has spent 27 years in IGNU, 15 years in IIMS Lucknow, and he has taught the bureaucrats at Lal Bahadur Shastri Institute of Management, and he is a visiting professor at European School of Management. Welcome, sir.
Thank you so very much.
Sir, I think you are the right person.
Yeah.
You have studied abroad in India also, and all the best of the places. So, sir, because of this, the exams have been cancelled, and now the students, parents, they don't even have an idea what kind of marks they will get. Plus, in our country, you know better than me, the entrance criteria is different in different places. Like Delhi University, Mumbai University, they go by merit. Then IIT, NID, NIFT, they have their own entrance examination. Then we have got state examinations. Then there is like a lot of universities combine together and do a joint entrance examination. Sir, my request is to advise the universities how they can smoothen the transition from schools to universities during these times. And like in abroad, sir, they go for letter of recommendation, they go for statement of purpose, they go for internships, they go for resume, and definitely marks also. They see the holistic approach. So I request you to advise both the Indian universities and universities abroad also, sir.
I think the first thing that I must mention is to express my sincere thanks to EduTV for granting me this opportunity to share with you my mind on this very open, broad-based question, which is the question of not only the students, the parents, the guardians, the institutions at all levels, because it is affecting the life and career of people, right? So thank you so much for introducing me so heavily. I have had the opportunity of teaching at best of the best schools,
right?
Not only in India, but some of the other parts of the world as well. Right. And I have also had good fortune of understanding how education is understood, imparted, delivered, assessed, and evaluated in not that, Ivy League institutions only, but at other levels. Well, COVID-19 has triggered what ought to be the discussion and decision on way forward. It has just triggered. Trust you me, as a traditional teacher, I have been all along suggesting whether it is the IIT entrance or IIM entrance or any other competitive exam, just don't be bothered about just the percentage or percentile. Right. A student to be tried and tested for a career which is to span about 30-40 years must be understood, must be tested on many other parameters. That is why I like the concept which Westerners have put in place. They don't go by the scores, like in management category, CAT scores per se. They don't go by the other competitive entrance test scores. Good. To take care of health and safety issues of one and all in a country like India, the government took a bold decision to do away with the class 12 exams, right? Correct. So this is a signal for all of us in the education to wake up and understand this challenge today and address it for tomorrow, right? And in that scheme of things, I would say it was not so historically with us, right? Like the time you might have studied or I might have studied, the choice was not by and large ours.
Not at all.
It used to be the choice of our parents and well-wishers. And all they would know, given their limited knowledge and experience and looking around, hey, you have to be an engineer, you have to be a doctor, you have to be a lawyer, and you have to be this, and you have to be that. Not more than that. Not more than that. So my children did not in the first place have that pressure to that extent. Well, there was a pressure to an extent, even with me, for my child. But he could muster the courage, or she could muster the courage, that I don't want to take up science. I don't want to take up commerce. That courage could be mustered by our children. But the youth of today know what they are passionate about, know what they would like to pursue as a career, spanning years together. So, fortunately for us, this National Education Policy 2020, which anybody and everybody is talking about today, has addressed that issue in a big way when it says that we will make sure the dropouts are minimized from an alarming stage of whatever percentage it is. It says in about 15 years, 2020, say 2035, we will minimize it and bring it to 50%. So why they are saying? Because they have done a study. Where are the frequent dropouts? They are at the age and stage when these guys wanted to make a choice, and they would not get a choice which they were desperate to pursue as a passion. Now, with the concepts built in, multidisciplinariness, flexibility, exposure to liberal studies, and so on and so forth, I'm sure our people, our students are getting an opportunity to pursue the passion. What, for instance, coming specifically to your question, what is the lesson for universities or colleges which have to handle this situation? Because till now they used to get guided or misguided by 12th grade marks. Now they are not there. What have I done at my university? Talking to my leadership. Hey, how do we understand? He said, sir, this is a golden opportunity for us, all of us, to wake up and understand what is the potential of the child. Yes, get guided by what is available to him. There are students who have their 10th score marks. They are available with them. Look at that. Make that as one of the criteria. But look at what has his or her contribution in other areas. What has he done in sports? What has he done in culture? What has he done in many other things? So give appropriate weightage to those kinds of components, which will help you to help the scholar, the student, to pursue what he is passionate about. Now, the Westerners had understood this situation. So you said they would get guided by letters of recommendation. You will be pleasantly surprised. They want to say, what is your story? Craft a story, how you have been where you are today. Show that story to us and demonstrate that story illustratively to us. And just by looking, not just the statement of purpose, duly illustrated by what the person has been right from the day he started understanding who he was or who she was till the moment he is now looking at a major decision. So they look at those stories. Are the nuts and bolts in that story integrated? Are they realistic? Are they contextual? Are they illustrative? Then they take a decision. And trust you me, jobs are aplenty in a country like India. Jobs are aplenty in a world like we are having, right? So it is you, the youth. If you are passionate about something, pursue that with the same passion. And jobs are there aplenty. And it has also told us there is nothing superior job or inferior job. Job is a job. Once you are passionate about something, you can pursue that. That's why they have talked about national education policy, vocational education, and mainstream education. There's nothing like vocational education. Every area of education is education. So they have equated that. They say, give the opportunity to the student to pursue what he is dreaming to pursue, and make sure that you put your apparatus in place so that he is able to fulfill his dream of pursuing the passion. Who knows what you will get out of it? So my suggestion is, let us work out, as I was giving an example of my university. What we have said, take 10th, for example, the marks, right? Looking at what their contributions have been in other areas, which make them ultimately a complete, integrated, holistic individual. Look at those contributions. And based on those contributions, over 10 class marks, increase them to level 1, level 2, level 3. So that, we have taken a decision at our university. If there are guys who reach a particular level, right, we reach a particular level, we have committed that to attract the right kind of talent, we'll provide them free education, free 100%. But we don't want to compromise on the quality of intake, quality of students. And quality of intake is not based on just plus 2 marks. It is based on what that student has been as of their day in terms of his other contributions. So this is what we have announced only about yesterday. So let us understand it. And that's the way to resolve this kind of an issue. I hope I have been able to answer your question.
Sir, I am really impressed. And because I would also request my colleagues, we would like you to address some school principals also. I think they will definitely like.
With pleasure, anytime.
The best part with you, Dr. Raina, is I think we should have you always after the lunch session. You can keep people awake.
I can, that's not a problem. What I have done all my life is trained at least about 5,000 bureaucrats, IAS officers with 20 plus years of experience, IFS, IAS, IPS. In my previous role, when I was professor of communication at IIM Lucknow, I have trained about tens of thousands of executives, top level executives in public, private sector. You name an organization, I'll say I have done this. I love that. And coming back to your point particularly, the program coordinators would always keep my session after the lunch.
Okay.
They would always keep the session after the lunch.
Good one.
And I would accept that as a good challenge and convert that into an opportunity.
It's a compliment, sir. Thank you so much, Dr. Roshan Lal Raina. I think I can hear you for hours and hours, but I think there's a time constraint for you. Thank you so much. Pranam, sir. Pranam.
Pranam. Thank you.